Last time on Sandy Creek the Season.
They always push me to be my best, whether it's on the field, off the field, in the weight room, in the classroom, everything. They're always pushing me.
Guess what? You're going to suffer today.
It's round 3, and tonight's opponent is Cartersville High School.
Now under hurricane warning.
Here we go, 7. Here we go, 7.
Sandy Creek receives the ball first, and early on, disaster strikes in the form of a turnover. Cartersville almost catches Sandy Creek sleep on this field goal attempt. Sandy Creek comes up big with his pass from senior quarterback Trey Walker to Christian Branch. Explain to head coach Chip Walker the details of the flag, which, if you could see, it was a face mask on Christian Branch. But no worries, a few plays later, junior Corey Banks scores a 40-yard touchdown, putting the Patriots up 7-0. Cartersville ties the game at 7 apiece.
Jackson on the return.
After the Cartersville score, junior Javon Jackson comes up huge with this 91-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. After a quick 3 and out, the Patriots nabbed their second turnover of the game. Senior defensive back Brian Miller gets the pick for Creek's third turnover of the evening. Sadly, Creek could not turn the interception into points.
I'm Chip Walker. I'm the head football coach at Sandy Creek High School.
Well, I read that your father coached football for 40 years. How much of him coaching influenced you to become coach?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt that he had a huge influence on me becoming a coach, but it wasn't quite as cut and dry as a lot of people may think. It wasn't one of those things where I grew up and I knew I wanted to coach from an early age. I was not like that. Actually, I got my undergrad degree in business, and went out and kind of did a little bit in the business world, and figured out that I love football and I love being around the kids and I love the game. And at that point in time, I went back and got my master's while I was coaching at Wofford College, and got into coaching. And he kind of, my playing days got up. He kind of helped that along a little bit, in a way that I was kind of young and just got through. And he let me travel with his team. Was still in the playoffs at the time, and I got to go in the press box with his coaches and help look at some different things. And so, he set a little plan in motion that I might not have been quite aware of at the time, but it's all worked out like it's supposed to. And attempting to follow in his footsteps has been a huge thing. Obviously, he and Dan Pitts, who when he retired was the all-time winningest coach in the state of Georgia. He coached my dad in high school, and then he gave me my first high school job at Mary Persons High School. So Coach Pitts was a huge influence on both of us. And you know, those two are, I guess, where we get the foundations of our football program.
You and your father, Mr. Robbie Walker, were the first father and son duo to win the state champion in the state of Georgia. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
Well, it was 2009. Daddy won his in 1984. He was at West Rome High School, and then we won our first one in 2009. And it was, you know, it was a special feeling. Anytime that you're the first one to do something, especially in a state like Georgia with the rich traditions of all the programs and all the coaches and all the teams, for us to be the first to accomplish that was obviously, you know, something that you'll never forget. It was very interesting when we won ours. My oldest son Trey was in the 7th grade. When Dad won his, I was in the 7th grade. So that, you know, there was a lot of things that kind of went along on the timetable that were really, really neat and made it a special experience. But in order to do that, I mean, it's, you know, a lot of things got to go your way, but it was a great experience for us.
Can you tell us how you gain your players' trust?
I think the big thing is, first of all, I think the players know that I care about them. You know, we care about them more than just as football players. We care about them as people, and that's important. They know that I'm going to do everything in my power to help them out as long as they're doing what they're supposed to. And I think that goes a long way in doing that. Now, we're going to push them as hard as we can push them, and we're going to try to make them the best football players we can make them, and we're going to hold them accountable, and we're going to do all those things. But they also understand that we care about them more than just going out on that field on Friday night and winning a football game. And by doing that, you know, I hope that they see those things in us as a staff and me personally. In our program now, we've had, you know, I have 2 sons on this team, and you know, Trey's played with us for 3 years. Coach Garvin's son's with us. We treat them all the same. You know, the kids see that, the parents see that, understand it, and the parents, I think, know we want them to be as good as they can be in the classroom, on the field, and those are the things that, you know, if we push as a staff and push as a program, you know, the parents are going to see we have the best interest of our young men at heart, and that's important. Every year, yeah, for us, now I think with the success we've had over the last, you know, 6 or 7 years, being the winning this program in the state of Georgia, there's obviously a lot of pressure for us to succeed. The one thing, you know, we talk about and say is, you know, as much as everybody on the outside wants us to win, there's that pressure. Nobody wants to win more than those players and those coaches on Friday night. So we put a lot of internal pressure on ourselves to be as good as we can be. And, you know, there's expectations, and we just got to go out there and play as good as we can and live up to those expectations the best we can. You know, it's the most important thing, really, that those kids are able to go use football to better their lives, better their opportunities, and that's a huge thing for us. I can remember, it's probably been 6 or 7 years ago, had a young man that got a football scholarship to a Division I school, and I started telling him in the 9th grade he had the potential. And he told me the day he signed his scholarship, he said, "Coach, you've been telling me this for 4 years, and I had never really believed that it would be here." And he was, and he went and graduated from college. And so, you know, that's the big thing, to be able to see our young men use football as a means to get an education is huge. We can pick up the phone and we can call a Division I coach and tell them we got somebody they need to come look at, and the majority of the time, 9 times out of 10 probably, those Division I coaches are going to come see them. We've had a lot of success with former players not only in college but also in the NFL. And so they want to come see. Now, does that mean those kids are going to get a scholarship? It doesn't necessarily mean that. But they are going to get a look. They're going to have the ability to be looked at by Division I schools all throughout the country, and doing that, that's a big bonus for our kids. One of the things we always tell our players when they sign scholarships and they're getting ready to go to college is that go off and do the best that you can do. You're paving the way for the players that are coming behind you. You go to school and you're a good citizen and a good student and a good football player. Those colleges are going to want to come get more kids out of Sandy Creek, and that's a goal of ours.
The second half starts just like the first half ended. A turnover by Cartersville on the Creek punt, Sandy Creek's 4th on the night. On 4th and 1, senior running back Eric Sweeney picks up the first down and a whole lot more with this 51-yard run. Corey Banks still putting in work late in the fourth quarter with this 46-yard catch.
I couldn't be prouder to be associated with a group of young men than I have been being associated with you. You have played with character, you have played with class, played as hard as you can play all the way up to the final play. You are what Sandy Creek football is all about. And you don't have anything to hold your head about, not one bit. This is not how we wanted it to end. And I know it hurts, and I wish I could take all that pain away. But I can tell you this, I could not be prouder of being Sandy Creek Patriot. I'm just going to tell you. I love y'all. I love y'all. Touch your teammate.
Father, we come before you, and I thank you for these men. I thank you for the families that they come from. I thank you for the spirit with which they gave their effort and used their abilities. Father, I thank you for the opportunity to be associated with them. And as they go home today, may they be honored and feel that they have done their best. And Father, that they have represented their school and their parents and their families and their communities. They should be proud. Father, may we go out as we live our lives represent you. We love you and we praise things in your name. Amen.